Hello and welcome back to this edition of Bayou Time. Again, your host, Keith Weissach. Thanks so much for joining us. And listen, these are some of the feel-good stories that I love doing. I've got my friend and colleague, Laura Lee Adams, here with us. Laura Lee, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Keith, for having us. Appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
Sitting next to her is the man, Bailey.
Yes,
Adams.
sir.
Bailey, thanks for joining us.
No problem, buddy.
All right, man. And so, listen, Bailey Strong is a concept that we learned about when the most challenging thing in life could ever happen.
Absolutely.
And it does. So, Laura Lee, tell us a little bit about this story. We'll let Bailey tell his as well, but tell us a little bit as a mom about how shocking life can turn.
It can turn on a moment's notice because in January, I had a healthy 21-year-old son living his best life, just bought a new truck. And about 7 days later, he starts vomiting, and we're like, can't figure out why he's just vomiting, and goes on for about a week, and we go in and out of the ER, and then finally he gets some blood work that's elevated, and it's showing some issues with his liver, and days later it's figured out that it's his heart. He's in heart failure.
At 21 years old?
At 21 years old, healthy all his life, was an athlete, played football, played baseball, actually coaches for one of the local academies.
Right.
And he's being air med to Oshna, Maine with 5% of his heart working.
Right.
Like a true miracle that he's even conscious.
Right.
So everything flashes before your eyes, and you don't know where to put yourself, and you don't know what to do, and all you can do is pray and have faith that it's going to work out. And my miracle happened, and he's here.
And here we are talking about it, right?
Absolutely.
So Bailey, walk us through this a little bit, man. Not feeling so good. All of a sudden, we're in and out of the hospital, and so they get you over to Oxnard. Do you remember a lot of that?
I do remember the helicopter ride.
Okay, gotcha.
I'd never rode a helicopter before, so
Well, congratulations, first riding a helicopter, man. You know, but not wouldn't be your first preference, right?
No.
You riding in a helicopter is only 5% of your heart's working.
not how I wanted my first experience to go, but
Yeah.
after that, it was all kind of just a blur. I mean, especially when I got there, I think 3% of my heart was working, so.
Right. And they recognized you in congestive heart failure, and did you really needed a heart transplant, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so how amazing is that with LOPA, Louisiana Organ Procurement Agency? You know, for some of us who are familiar with it, LOPA helps save your life, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I just want to remind everybody to be an organ donor because things like this happen to people every day.
Right. And within 2 weeks or so from kind of getting sick to testing to the hospital, in 2 weeks, in 14 days, we realized that you need a heart.
Yes, sir.
And one was available, which is remarkable,
Yes,
right?
Actually,
That happens.
Actually, our journey was a little bit longer because
Right.
he had to clear to get on the list. He had
Right.
a heparin allergy. They put
Oh, wow. Okay.
a balloon pump in him to see if the heart would recover.
Right.
And about 8 days later, they put an impeller pump
Right.
that was see if his heart would recover, but it was also a bridge to transplant.
Okay.
And that bridge to transplant lasted about 6 weeks.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't a smooth process.
Okay.
Not at
It was tough,
Yeah,
huh?
It was-
absolutely.
Okay. And Jason's got some pictures here to kind of show as we talk about this, kind of your route and your journey through the hospital. There y'all are.
It's his sister, Taylor.
Okay. In the hospital and going through this process. And so we want to make sure that people know that you take about some 50 medicines a day,
Absolutely.
30 in the morning.
30 in the morning.
And look, for all those people, you know, the average home health patient takes about 17 and they're about 75 years old. You're 21 taking 30 just in the morning.
Yes,
Right,
sir.
yeah.
And those medicines are so incredibly expensive.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of people that don't feel like they can survive. And so we're doing a fundraiser. It's
We are
called the
doing-
Bailey Strong Fundraiser. It's going to take place Saturday, June 3rd. It's going to be at Lumiere. There's a $25 entry. It includes food. There's a live auction. There's music, beer, and drinks that are sold separately. That's at 7913 Main Street in Houma. If you want more information, call 985-262-0757. But it's at the Lumiere Blues and Jazz Bistro. About what time will it start?
It's going to be from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m.
It's an all-day affair.
It is.
11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Gives you plenty of time to come out, spend some money, put up $25 in an entry, give another $25 just because you want to help Bailey and because you want to help Laura Lee, because they need it. And I will tell you, a dear friend of mine, Laura Lee, and I had a colleague who had a kidney and pancreas transplant and kidney and liver. And he really, they told him he had to become disabled because he couldn't afford things. So it is very expensive. We want to let people know that this Bailey Strong fundraiser means a lot of things. One, it means that we care about you, Bailey.
Yes.
Secondly, it means that we're so very glad that you're here.
Right.
We're so very glad that medicine has allowed for this process and that LOPA is there and that people can be an organ donor and help save lives. Tissue donation enhances lives. Organ donation saves lives. It saved yours.
Absolutely.
And faith helped us get to this point.
A lot of faith and a lot of prayers and a lot of kindness from people.
And we want that faith, we want that kindness, we want those prayers. I'm going to tell you, I want the money. And it's important because April is National Donate for Life Month, and you can go and donate there. But we really want you to come out and be a part of Bailey Strong Fundraiser. Jay, put it up one more time. Again, it's going to be Saturday, June 3rd. It's an all-day thing from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Come out, enjoy yourself, have some fun. Meet Bailey, meet Laura Lee. They're very real, a very part of our community. We care about them. You can come out and show it then. Thank you so much for sharing your journey with us.
Thank you, Keith.
And we're going to keep doing that, all right? Bailey, we're going to be thinking about you and wanting good things to happen. Absolutely. All right, so that's my challenge. I've given my money already, and I need you to do the same. Come out and help them, and we appreciate it. Thank you for joining us here on Bayou Time. Don't go anywhere. A lot more local programming right here on HTV.